Hi, so what I'm going to do in this quick tutorial is show you how to reduce this color image to 16 colors and also reduce its size from 540 to 512 and make it sit inside a 512 by 512 square. Okay, so first thing I want to do is duplicate the file. Let's duplicate that. Let's just zoom in. There we go, that's back right. I'm going to hide that one and I'm going to make another layer. Sorry. I'm going to fill that with my green, which is a color I don't draw it, and that's going to represent my background color or my transparency color depending on how I use it. Okay, next thing I want to do is say image size, make sure it's on constraint proportions and say 512 for the width, and then I'm going to say image canvas size. I'm going to make the height 512, and that what that's done is that's made this 540 image change to be 512 but maintain the aspect ratio, and then I've just made the canvas size a little bit bigger so that this is now, if I do Alt A, it's now 512 by 512. And if I go to my background layer and just fill in the green is a color I won't use, so I'll be using that as my background and also my transparency color. Next thing I want to do, so I'm just going to shift select those layers and say layer flatten image. Okay, and then I'm going to say image mode index color, and then because you can see I've got mine set up with 16 colors, it's actually showing me what it would look like. That's it without 16 colors, that's it with 16 colors. It's already doing a pretty good job. I've maintained the writing on the camera lens, the words and the hair. I'm just going to OK that. Now what I'm now going to do is I'm going to say, because I want to actually manipulate the color table, so I want to actually get this green, which is the background green. I can prove that by just clicking on this little picker, making it transparent. I want that background green to be sitting here where this black is. You see I've got another black there. So one thing I've already noticed straight away is I've actually got two blacks, so at some point I need to actually combine those. So first of all, let's get the green into this position over here, and to do that you have to do save. I'm going to call palette 01, and I'm just saving the palette in the color table out as a .act file, so make sure just make sure I'm going to the right place. This should be, yep, so I need to go to there we go. Let's make sure it goes in the right place. Save that. Okay. And now I'm going to say image. Now I'm going to say, just make sure I've got the right thing up here. I'm going to go to my color table, and I'm just going to hit window and say swatches. And what I'm going to do is just click on this and say reset swatches, and okay. So this is probably the swatch that you'll see when you load up Photoshop, and it allows us to do a lot of work, but obviously there's a lot of colors there which I don't really need to see right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually get Photoshop to replace this swatch with the color table swatch that I just saved from this image. And to do that, make sure you got swatches loaded. I'm going to say, just click on this little icon here and say replace swatches, and I'm going to go to where I had my Paleto 1. There you go, and that just replaced it with the one that you can actually see it, because this is the same swatch that was saved from the color table here, and you can see how they match. The problem we have with Photoshop is Photoshop has a couple of ways of manipulating these the position of these swatches, and sometimes it can be a bit confusing. So I'm going to just show you one method that I like to use. The easiest way is to go to Edit, Preset Manager, and click on Swatches in the preset type. And what it will do is it will look for the swatches which are available in the swatch window here. You can also get to Preset Manager by clicking there and saying Preset Manager, and that pulls it up. Now, in Preset Manager, you can actually just click and hold to move a swatch. You see the little hand? And what I want to do is I want to click and hold, move that swatch over there. And that actually positions the swatch in the right place. Now if I click Done, you'll see that the green has moved in this swatch. Now all I've done is I've just repositioned the swatch, the green swatch in this swatch window. I haven't, I do image mode color table, I haven't repositioned it yet here. It's still in its original place. So what I can do to make it actually sit in the right place is, if I say go back to Preset Manager, and I'm going to click on the first one, hold down Shift and click on the last one, and you can see they've all been selected with this dark outline. And I'm going to say Save Set, and this time I'm going to call this one Palette 02, and this time, because it's a swatch, it's saved as a .aco file. I'm going to say save and then done. Now we've now saved out the swatch from this swatch window with the green in the correct place, and to actually modify and adjust the palettes that is being used in this image, I need to now say image mode color table, and now I can say load palette 02.aco, click open, click OK, and that didn't quite work out right. And the reason that didn't work was because I forgot to take this image from index color. Now this is where Photoshop has a few issues, because what Photoshop was trying to do is it was reloading the color, but it didn't recalculate their positions. So we're not lost yet. So what I'm going to do is just do Control Z, just get the image back. So I just need to now say image mode RGB, and that switches this back to a full 16 color, but it's no longer indexed. If I now say image mode index color, and instead of just saying OK, if I say custom, and now say load, and then load palette 02.aco, open, you can see that the position has changed to match our window swatch here. I'm going to hit OK. It's still 16 colors there. I'm going to hit OK, and we now have a new indexed image and the color table with the green swatches in the correct place. Okay, so if you do find that the colors look jumbled when you do load in the ACO swatch into the color table, it's probably because you still got the image index like I had. If you switch off the index, go to RGB mode and then re-index with the new palette, you should get image recolored.